My name is Aisha and I'm from northern Hungary. My interest in Islam started from history lessons in high school. I learned that Hungary had been a territory of the Ottoman Caliphate for 150 years. My interest grew when I met Muslims at my university. I studied molecular biology and met many foreign Muslim students. Looking at them, I always wondered why they were so proud to be Muslims. I was a Catholic, a good Catholic, but I always had my reservations about my belief. I didn't agree with some parts of my religion, such as Jesus being the Son of God and the question of the Trinity, which simply wasn't believable to me. I made many Muslim friends and began to engage with them. Once, when we were having dinner, the adhan, call to prayer, started and one of my friends wanted to stop it, but I insisted on listening. I was mesmerized and it really touched my heart. During that summer I downloaded a Quran program. I don't know why I did it, but I listened to the Quran in Arabic and read its meanings in English. I thought a lot about Islam and read many books about it. After 2 months of thinking, I finally chose Islam. I said the Shahada, testimony of faith, in the presence of 2 of my friends. I said, La ilaha illa Allah, Muhammad Rasul Allah, I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah and Muhammad as the messenger of Allah. I chose Islam against my culture, my family and my mother, who was against my conversion. Then the month of fasting, Ramadan, began and with it I decided to start again. Alhamdulillah, thank God, I succeeded. I started praying on August 4th. It was very difficult for me at first, because the Muslims around me weren't practicing and I couldn't ask anyone about the details of prayer and other aspects of Islam. I learned how to pray on my own, via the internet, because no one taught me how to pray, make wudu, ablution, what invocation to say before that, how to make ghusl, ritual purification of the body, or the etiquette and norms of Islam. During this period of learning, a friend of mine said some hurtful words to me. He said that I would never understand Islam because I wasn't born a Muslim. When I told him I wanted to start fasting in Ramadan, he said it wasn't just about being hungry. At that time I was so new to Islam, I had only converted a month before and I was scared. What if I never learned to pray in Arabic? I didn't have a hijab or prayer mat and I couldn't get help. I had a lot of fears. But when I started praying, I thought God must be laughing at me. I wrote the text of the prayer and the instructions on a piece of paper. I held my papers in my right hand, read out loud, prostrated myself, read again, and so on. I'm sure it was very funny. But then I memorized it in Arabic and things got easier for me. Then I came to Facebook and found many new friends and sisters. From the online sisters I received a lot of love and courage. A Muslim proposed marriage and gave me my first hijab, a prayer mat and an Islamic book. And I got my first Quran in Arabic from Jordan by post, because we can't buy it here. Now I've been wearing a hijab for over a year. I went through a very bad period with my mother. She would tell me that I would be a terrorist and leave her like I left my religion, and that I would leave my country too. She'd put pork in all the food in the fridge and I'd refuse to eat it, so we'd end up fighting. He couldn't see me praying or wearing a hijab, so I prayed in my room. Every time she saw me wearing a hijab, she would say, I gave birth to a Christian child, not a Muslim with a veil. We had serious problems, but I was never rude or harsh with her. But alhamdulillah, thank God, she calmed down and now seems to be accepting the fact that I converted. I'm really grateful to Allah for that. Now I go out in hijab and she doesn't say anything. I didn't speak to my father and he didn't want to see me. But now, because of Islam, I've opened up to him and he visits us regularly. Yes, my life is a big test, but I thank God for that and I have patience and hope. On the day of judgment I will be very grateful. I'm trying to be better and better and learn more and more to understand my religion. I try to help others now in Debrecen. I organized a project to collect used clothes for people in the refugee camp. There are many Muslims there who don't have a home because of wars. So we collect clothes and give them to the refugees. I also make some homemade bread and give it to them. It's great to see the joy and happiness in their eyes. I'm trying to guide those who want to convert or have just converted. I met 2 Hungarian sisters the other day and they had just converted to Islam. So I gave them books, my prayer mat and a copy of the Quran. Alhamdulillah, we prayed together and we were very happy. I always try to leave the image that we Muslims are nice, friendly and have a good heart. I converted 1.5 years ago. Now I'm learning Arabic, to be able to read the Quran. I read the Quran in Hungarian, say my prayers 5 times a day, try to follow the Quran and the Sunnah, and read a lot of books to understand better. That's my story and peace be upon you.